Extreme weather conditions all over the world are leading to an increase in the number and ferocity of fires. The importance of this can be seen with even NASA now prioritizing research in this field.
Fire is very much a natural part of our environment. What becomes a problem for landowners and for fire services is the wildfire element of fire, the unplanned, unexpected fire.
We've lived here for 6 years and experienced quite a few fires near our property, but not directly behind. Always knew there was an element of risk with the type of vegetation we had in our garden and the type of fire break we had, but never really thought about it in detail and what the implications of that would be.
Were you aware that so much damage could be caused from one ember in an ember storm?
No, not at all. I thought it was large flames that set buildings on fire, not tiny sparks and embers.
You do have a fire break behind your property. Did you feel that was an adequate sort of defense line for a fire coming off the mountain?
Initially I did, especially the previous fires that weren't through strong winds. But when this fire approached in these gales, I knew that the fire break was probably going to be very inadequate. And I realized quite quickly that our properties were at serious risk. It took 10 minutes to arrive at this fire break very quickly, at which point these front proteas were burning 4 or 5 meter high flames. Gale force gusts of wind were blowing thousands of coals and embers, some of them burning leaves like this on fire, into the property, onto the garden and into that palm tree especially. When that caught alight, it became a giant flaming torch, also throwing coals and embers and sparks with the gusts of wind down onto the property. So the mitigation measures that we thought were sufficient were obviously there being a fire break, which is not in our control, but one that is annually cleaned and managed. And then we've ensured that most of our garden doesn't have grass or dead wood or dead products in it, and then having some sort of hosing that can reach the back of the property. All of these were ineffective in an ember storm, especially that can blow 100, 200 meters in a gale, especially down a slope. They were probably partially effective at saving some of the property, but at the end of the day, those were punitive measures given the scale of a fire right behind our house in the middle of summer.
Wildfire is a volatile and powerful force of nature that is integral to our environment. It is not a question of if, but when a wildfire will occur.